without her. I also want to thank my mom, Greta, and stepdad, Don, who is here. Oh, there's Mom. Happy birthday, Don. He just celebrated his 29th again, so congratulations. And my sister, my younger sister, Cindy's here tonight, too. She's much younger than me. Although she's the matriarch in the family. Thank you, Cindy, for coming. And I want to thank the 4sisters and the staff for helping out tonight. You know, Tracy, Kathy, Lori, Corinne. What a wonderful place. This has been a fun tradition having it here. I want to thank the co-hosts and the sponsors for helping out and pitching in. And I also want to thank my staff. My campaign staff, Devin and Ryan, and the intern, Zach from Baroqua, and also my official staff, Lauren and Carrie, and I don't think Denise was able to stop by. They do a great job for me every day, and they represent me so well. And Armand is back. And for those of you who knew Armand, headed up my field work in the last campaign, and now he's flying jets all over the country and landing them safely. Here's to you, Armand. Landing safely. And in a moment, I'm going to embarrass Charlie Marks, because Charlie, I don't know if you knew this, but Charlie and Lauren were our very first two sign-ups when we decided to run for Congress for the very first time. I figured if I was ever going to win this congressional seat, I needed to corral Charlie and Lauren in order to pull this off. And they signed up right away. And for the last 7.5 years, Charlie has been my campaign treasurer, which is a lot of work, people. You know, making sure the books are right and just keeping me out of trouble. And Charlie did that with flying colors, and he decided that that was long enough, and he wants to go on with his life, so we allowed him to step down as treasurer. Brent Smith has taken over as my new treasurer in the campaign. But Charlie, we weren't going to let you off easy and let you out without recognizing and thanking you. So I had a U.S. flag flown over the U.S. Capitol in honor of Charlie and his service to our country as well, and the wonderful years you did in helping me out, Charlie. So I want to present that to you right now. So get up here with your Norwegian sweater. And the flag. There's Armand. Let's do a quick picture here together, shall we? Once a staffer, always a staffer. State Representative Joe Billings is in the house. There's Joe right there. One of a kind. Just terrific. I know Steve Doyle, Jen Schilling wanted to be here tonight too, but they had prior obligations. We're just so fortunate to have the type of representation that we do in this area. They work incredibly hard for us all the time, and I'm proud to appear every once in a while on the ballot with them and the work that we do to coordinate together, and I think it's been working pretty well. So you hang in there, Joe. I know it's frustrating in Madison these days as well. Yeah. And I know a lot of you have been paying somewhat attention to, I think there's a presidential race going on. Is that right, Margaret? Yeah. My advice to everyone is don't let it drive you crazy. Disconnect every once in a while. If you want a nice calming spa treatment, go over to Roz's. You have a lovely spot in that. But sometimes you got to unplug from all that craziness. I've been shocked though with the level of discourse that we've seen in this presidential campaign so far, and especially on the other side. I mean, I really thought that we'd hit new lows. It has not been democracy's finest hour by any stretch. What they've been talking about. It's been so nasty, and it's filled with hatred and division. And how do you separate people in this country rather than bringing us together? A real race to the bottom, rather than a more substantive discussion that I think has been occurring on our side between Senator Sanders and Secretary Clinton. But I've always also believed that there's one entity that can put a check on all this, and it's the American people. The American people have to be the ultimate referee in all of this. And come November, if they reward this type of rhetoric, if they reward this type of, it's hard to call it an agenda, you're going to see more of that in the future. And so I have still faith and confidence that we're going to get this right at the end of the day. We're going to elect people that are worthy of representing the folks back home and throughout the country, and are willing to elevate us and to aspire and to inspire us to reach greater heights as a nation. We can only do this together. So we'll see where their campaign goes. But right now, it's been disgusting, to tell you the truth, what we've seen and what we've heard and what they've been about. We've got an important election coming up on April 5. I know Vicky's on the ballot too, running to hold on to her board seat. Margaret Larson is on as well. And
not Margaret.
Not that Margaret Larson, but the other Margaret Larson. That's right. Sorry, Margaret. Yeah. And
I wish I were running. I love the county board.
This year we got a twist as far as my re-elect. We are facing a primary challenger so far. It's a retired gentleman up in Eau Claire. I don't know too much, so I can't share too much about him, but we have an August primary, and that by definition means very low voter turnout. I mean, the students aren't going to be in school at that time either. So we're going to be asking you, all of you, to make sure you vote, make sure you get your friends, and your neighbors, and your family voting. You may be getting an early voting ballot from my campaign just to make sure that you're getting it in, because people get busy, especially in the middle of the summertime. So we're going to be asking you to do that and to stay focused on it. I mean, the number might be as low as 18,000, 19,000 total primary votes in an entire congressional district. That's not much. And given the silliness of the season, I don't want to take any chances. It's been such an honor to represent everyone, and I want to be able to continue that out in Washington. And I know, Vicky's been concerned about the Donald Trump phenomenon and where all that is going, but Vicky, I just don't think a Donald Trump presidency is going to work very well for us because he will soon leave us for a younger country. I've been struck by the number of foreign wives that Donald Trump has had. Kind of a little strange. It just goes to show you that there are actually some jobs that Americans refuse to do. That's all I got, folks. Oh, that's great. Make Wisconsin kind again.
Ron, can I have the floor a second?
Sure.
Obviously, we know what a great congressman we have in Ron Kind. One of a kind, obviously, and he mentioned my place, and I have two events coming up that I want all of you good Democrats to know about. Number one, on the 21st of April, the Martha Lanning, who's the Democratic Party chair for the state of Wisconsin, is going to be at my house for a meet and greet, and she's been talking about the kinds of programs that they're putting forward to help our assembly people and our state senators get in to replace what we've got, which is terrible, except for our wonderful people locally, Joe Billings included. And then secondly, on the 3rd of May, I'm holding a fundraiser for Russ Feingold. So the information will be coming out. Make sure that somehow you're on a list, that you get that information, because we want a really good turnout for Russ. And Martha Lanning, who's the new chair of the Democratic Party in Wisconsin, will knock your socks off. So come and meet and greet her. It's not a fundraiser, but if you're inclined to give her money, so be it.
Thanks, Russ. Thanks again, everyone. Thanks for your support. And go Badgers!